up, well, your boys back with another reaction, and today we have a funny one. ASAP Science, what happens when you eat someone's butt? Now, I remember when I was a kid, no one talked about this. Somehow, some way, with me growing up, people are now eating booty, and they're proud of it. And it's just nasty as far as I'm concerned. Come on, my guy. Now, let's see what happens when you eat butt.
Eating ass is on the rise. Men on women, women on men, you get the point. People like analingus, okay? And I know some of you might be thinking that it's only for queer or gay people, but surveys show that 30% of heterosexual couples are also having analingus.
But new studies have found that it could be more dangerous than you think and even causing diseases that people are getting without eating.
Yeah? Are we dogs? Come on now. This is why I don't like when people kiss dogs in the mouth. You see? That's the type of shit I'm talking about right here.
Even realizing they're getting it from tossing the salad. So, what is going on with rimming science? To understand the risks of eating the booty like groceries, you must first understand the bacteria Shigella. Shigella causes the disease shigellosis, which affects 188 million people per year with symptoms including diarrhea, headache, upset stomach, bloating, and tenesmus, which is a fancy term for needing to go to the bathroom, but when you get there, nothing happens. You get shigellosis when you consume the bacteria Shigella through your mouth. Commonly, you get this when someone's preparing food for you and they have Shigella on their hands. Maybe they aren't washing their hands properly. The bacteria ends up on your food. You consume the bacteria in your food and you get sick. This is also called food poisoning.
The thing about these Shigella bacteria is that you don't need to consume very many of them to get sick. In fact, only between 5 to 200 of these tiny microbes entering your GI tract.
Now they're making me start thinking. I've had food poisoning multiple times in my life now. Was somebody eating booty and then they put their hands on my food and I'm eating booty too? Oh, come on, man. Y'all got me grossed out now. What is going on out here?
Can cause you to suffer. The reason for Shigella's small infection dose is that the Shigella microbes actually survive your acidic stomach and also have sneaky biochemicals that downregulate your body's natural antibacterial proteins. This means these tiny bacteria can get to your large and small intestine where they cause cell injury, invade your colonic mucosa, create inflammation, and cause epithelial damage that leads to tons of diarrhea. They also impair your absorption of nutrients and water, making you feel really sick.
How does this relate to eating butt? Well, studies have found that gay men, exhibit A, like me, we were
Okay, here we go. Y'all ready?
We're actually getting food poisoning at higher rates than the rest of society. This caused researchers to
That make me start like people's mouth gotta stink like a mug. That's what I'm saying. If you eat booty, you gotta be like this. Like every time they talk to you, you be like, damn, bro, you smell like ass.
hone in on other outbreaks of shigellosis that were appearing in the communities of men who have sex with men. It was happening often enough in the last 20 years, they found, that they concluded many of these men may not have gotten sick from contaminated food, but actually were getting sick from eating ass. In the global south, most Shigella spread is from poor sanitation infrastructure, but in the US and Europe, most Shigella is spread from fecal oral transmission, either from touching dirty bathroom surfaces, drinking dirty pool water, from dirty poopy kids spreading it at daycares, or now we realize from eating booty.
It was a series of Shigella outbreaks among men.
How we get from kids putting poops from toilets, now we men are purposely looking for poop. Like, how did society get here? Like, who was the first person that sat there and said, you know what? That booty looking good. Let me eat that booty. And who's the other person that said, you know what? That's a great idea. I want to get my salad tossed. How we get here? What's wrong with kissing people's mouth? What happened to that? That's too original, too natural?
Men who have sex with men in Seattle, San Francisco, London, and a major study in Denmark that led researchers.
Okay, I haven't been to those cities, all right? So I need to be careful. I haven't been to San Francisco, Denmark, and Seattle. So I got to be careful when I pull up there.
To the conclusion that people might be getting sick from eating the booty hole of others who had Shigella in their GI tract. One of the initial studies in the year 2000 from the time frame of June to December studied 230 cases of shigellosis in which 73% of patients had recently eaten ass. In Denmark, of the 25,215
Okay, so how are we figuring this out? Are they walking in and having a survey? You know, when you go to the doctor, they have that list. Do you have high blood pressure? Or have you had Any interest in your life? What is it now? Do you eat ass? Is that one of those questions that they check yes? How are we finding out this day?
Respondents, 4,266 were men who had sex with men, and it was found they were more likely to get food poisoning from Shigella, but also another microbe called Campylobacter. Campylobacter is a bacteria that spreads in undercooked meat and poultry, but also can spread from eating the ass.
That's why black people, we cook our food well done. All right? I don't want to see any red in my meat. All right? Take it back. Well done. Come back. Cook well. I don't need no food poisoning. And wash your hands too. You know, we are eating ass now.
Of someone who is infected with that bacteria.
And the reason that eating ass may be spreading these bacteria without you knowing it makes sense. Because Shigella and Campylobacter bacteria can stay in your fecal matter for up to 2 weeks after your last symptoms have shown. So if you consume either of these bacteria, the symptoms appear within 1 to 2 days, and most of the time your body fights off the infection in 5 to 7 days. But again, even after you feel better for 2 weeks, you can still transfer that bacteria to someone else. This is why it can spread without people realizing they're spreading it.
Of course, there are many other microbes that can spread through rimming. Bacteria like E. coli, viruses like hepatitis A, and even some parasites. In fact, there is even a small risk of some STI transmission, though that risk is much higher in vaginal or anal sex compared to oral. But the Shigella outbreaks are most common and what helped researchers catch this phenomenon in the queer community.
So as of late, researchers do agree that rimming can cause the spread of bacteria that makes you feel sick, similar to that of food poisoning, but that doesn't mean you have to stop doing the act of going down on someone from behind. It's
yes,
about
it does.
being...
Oh no, let's stop it. That's what it means. Let's stop doing it. All right, let's stop eating butt. We're not dogs. Man, thank God I am straight. Woo! Jesus Christ, what is going on out here? Is this what y'all doing out here?
Aware.
Prevention is pretty simple. Wash your hands, genitals, and anus with soap.
No, prevention is stop doing it. Can we stop eating booty? Please. I don't give you straight or you're gay. Stop it.
Before partaking in rimming. Doctors prescribe washing your perianal in and around the anus.
And it's called rimming? I didn't even know it's called rimming. I never heard that one before.
And perineal region, the area between the anus and the scrotum or labia magna, well before partaking in eating booty. While having sex, try to be aware of how you move between anal, vaginal, and oral sex to not spread the bacteria. For example, E. coli picked up from rimming could be spread to the urethra and cause a UTI. You can always use latex barriers to be more efficient and safe too. Most importantly, if you've had food poisoning, don't engage in rimming for at least 2 weeks after your last set of symptoms. You probably also want to make sure whoever's butt you're going down on is clean and they're healthy and not suffering from any potential bacterial infection. Shigellosis is mostly treated without medication. Your body will eventually fight it off, but for people who are immunocompromised or if you're noticing that the symptoms are not going away after a while, definitely talk to a doctor and they may prescribe you a course of antibiotics.
Thank you for watching this rimming science video. I hope you...
That's enough for me. Jesus Christ. I need a timeout from that. Wait a minute. Whoa. All right. First of all, I am definitely not with that prevention method. My prevention method is stop it. All right. People, clean your booty. All right. Even when you go to use the toilet, you can wash your booty 15,000 times. Go in there, bleach it. It's still going to be your booty hole. It's going to stink and it's going to be booty coming out of it. All right. Kids, don't do this. All right. See you in the next one. ASAP Signs, I love what y'all be doing, but this one I was not with this one. I'm out.